Hello everyone, my name is Amrul Khan and welcome back to another video, Hearts of Iron 4, as the Russian Federative State in The Fire Rises. It's been a long time since I last played this. I think it's been almost a month, but thankfully no glitches have been encountered, so we are good. As such, plans continue to this day, what we did in the last time. Remember our history. I'm just going to avoid that one, just in case that is considered a single plan for like accidentally unlocking a secret path for Russia, so we're not going to click it. But I don't know that, so you're welcome to prove me wrong. Alright, I probably forgot to say this. Disclaimer, I do not support any radical ideologies depicted in this video, or in any of the videos that I have created. I do not support any radical ideologies. I'm aware that there are radical ideologies depicted in this video, varying from bad to extremely terrible, to things that should never be brought back at all in today's society. Look, I'm aware YouTube, I sent a rant in my YouTube community where I'm against security based on how emotionally sensitive some people are. I get that. But I'm not a national security threat because I'm tired of accidentally offending people's feelings by speaking common sense. That being said, I do not support these radical ideologies. I'm aware that they exist in this video. I do not support them. I'm simply playing for the sake of entertainment. This is not to promote them. This is to avoid them. This is to educate you on how they could go in a situation like this. If I say things like, I want to overthrow this government, I do not actually mean it. This is for the sake of a video game. It is entertainment purposes. I do not actually harbor such feelings. I stand against communism, fascism, National Socialism, accelerationism, and every other kind of authoritarian dictatorship of every single kind. So I stand against them all, and this is just a video game, so it's for entertainment purposes only. I hope this is enough of a disclaimer for YouTube, but if not, then I hope I don't get cancelled. With that out of the way, I apologize because my editing skills are bad, so I apologize for not saying that sooner before clicking on the National Socialist Movement focus tree and displaying all those swastikas on accident. Because even though that is the actual what am I trying to say? Because even though that is something that they have utilized, the NSDAP regime of Germany, I do not support it. And I'm terrible with editing, so I cannot get that out. So I deeply apologize if you are offended at seeing it. Let's get back into the video. I wasted enough time with my disclaimer. I virtually do not care which contender wins the American Civil War in this scenario, but for roleplay reasons, I want to get rid of the acceleration. Oh no. Oh no.
Там, где морская пехота, там врагу смерть. Победа будет за нами!
I have to turn the audio off because apparently there is a severely copyrighted song that plays in this super event, so I cannot display that song here. But anywho, yeah, this is what happens. So yeah, I do not support that stuff. Let's get the audio back on. I'm going to try and use that to prevent more copyright strikes. We're effectively stuck here. Dear Lord. There, that should make things easier. I think it's apparent the League of the South is going to crush Florida, so we have to get our forces out of there. Also, yeah, the Union is pretty much gone. You know what would be funny? If I give aid to Cascadia just to stall the APLA so that the Constitutionalists can not only get rid of the Unionists but also the Nationalist faction at the same time. I think that would be funny. But for the sake of roleplay, we are Russia, and therefore we cannot get involved. We cannot support any American faction because we are against globalism. Now, for those of you who are new, you're probably like, well, Mr. YouTuber, wouldn't you do it based on ideology? If you're a nationalist, then why were you aiding the state government of Florida against the Atomwaffen division, even though they technically have the same ideology as you? Better yet, why didn't you do the same to the Patriot Front and the National Socialist Movement? Well, let me explain. Let me ask you this question. Do you really think a nationalist Russia, despite having history of World War II ingrained into their minds, would want to support a government that espouses the same ideology and reference to Nazi Germany and the Axis powers that caused Operation Barbarossa, i.e. the invasion of their country, which was once the Soviet Union, and caused all the destruction and death that that was so popular over there because it was so bad. And yes, I'm aware the communist government and Stalin did some things that caused innocent people to die too. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying the Nazis did a lot of death and destruction and carnage on their part too. So if you can't understand that, the answer is no, they would not. Even though it would be compelling to aid a nationalist government to get rid of both the Republicans and the Democrats, their respective governments, I just don't see them actually supporting them, because they're like, we understand how much you hate globalism and having to overthrow our geopolitical tyrants' governments, but at the same time we don't support what you do, so we're just going to leave you alone. That being said, I can understand the notion as to why a restored Soviet Union would support the APLA, or why Dmitry Medvedev's Russia would support the Constitutionalists. It's basically saying something like, back to my previous argument, it's basically saying something like, Alexei Navalny and his liberal government, or a progressive government, supports the Unionists. Which, if you understand Russia, there's no way in heck they would do that, so we're not going to do it. Welcome back. Retired Lieutenant Colonel and military engineer with a doctorate, Ivan Mikhailovich, as always happened in the evenings, lit a cigarette and sat on a bench in his suburban area, looking into the distance, remembering the past days. You can read the rest there if you want to. Sino-Japanese Cold War begins. Oh yeah, I forgot, China won in this. And I'm dealing with Burma.
Выполняю.
here they go. Let's counter this by giving the aid to the constitutionalists. And there goes the APLA. And the National Front is now fighting the Communists. Not our problem.
Слушаю.
I changed my mind, I'll click it. Here's a refresher. Germany is run by the AfD, which I guess is the far-right nationalist government of current German politics. I mean, besides, the Nazis of the past, but what do I know? Because I'm an idiot in terms of German politics, so... This was not me. They did this on their own. They're led by ultra-conservatives. France is also ultra-conservative. Right-wing populist. Marine Le Pen. Bojo's still in charge. I said Bojo because I heard a lot of people call him that, but I don't really call him that, but yeah. It's ultra-conservatism time, my friends. I'm just kidding. Well, I guess that'll be all. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.